Hello and welcome to Gettert Farms. We're here with an episode of the Minnesota Millennial Farmer map by Mapper's Paradise. It's early summer here on the farm, and our corn has not only come up, but it's coming along quite well. I'd say it's almost knee-high here, and so that's making us pretty happy. We had a little bit of an accident on the farm here since last episode, and we're going to say we lost a GoPro. We had some technical difficulties and lost an entire episode of nothing but spraying. You can see a little bit of the fallout here of said work in that we're going to turn these GPS lines off. There's just canisters everywhere here. And so we did a little bit of work to try and get the fertilizer out of this tank so we could put herbicide in it. And we sprayed herbicide on all of our fields. And so there are no weeds on our farm. We're all good to go. We've got a little bit of fertilizer to spray. And that's what most of these tanks are. So what we're gonna do here real quick is try and move or consolidate this herbicide into a single tank and put it back into the trailer, and then we're gonna go spray this last field and get a worker started on the big one before we find some other jobs here. And so I'm still super happy with the the R4045 here with the hose support and the section control. This section control mod has been just epic to play with. And so we're actually going to be doing a tutorial with that here on Tuesday on how to add the section control mod to any sprayer. And so that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm going to be able to figure that out in time to do the tutorial. But I know a number of people have been asking about it. It's been a pretty cool mod, and I haven't seen a lot of sprayers out there that are using it, so I thought it would be fun to just do a tutorial and show that off. However, in the meantime, we've got this hose is going into the ground. I'm trying to get it out of the ground here. Come on. You can do it. Maybe if I jump up here, it'll pull up high enough. There we go. So I love this hose mod, but every once in a while it seems to get just a bit on the glitchy side. There we are. Now if we come into here, it's set to emptying. So if we turn this on and run the truck, it's going to empty the herbicide out of our sprayer here, which will be good. And then we've got a bunch of fertilizer tanks here. I'm just checking to make sure these are all fertilizer tanks. Looks like that's the case. And they've all got these little hose hookups on them. I'm kind of curious if they added the hose functionality to the base game stuff with the manure pack. We're about to find out. I'm gonna leave this hooked up to my sprayer, and we're gonna back it up here. Oh, we bumped it. That was not supposed to happen. Alright, let's see now. That should be about close enough. Oh, this is going to be really cool if it actually works. Oh, it does work. Would you look at that? And then if I set this stuff empty, and then activate pump on sprayer. Interesting. So this thing is going to pump way too slow. Okay. Oh, and we pulled it all out. So what we're gonna do, so that's it's interesting that I can do it, but that's way too slow. So we'll use the pump on the truck and pull it out of those tanks, I think. flying hoses. Alright, you get over there. And then we're gonna just hook you up. We're going to switch you out, so I don't need the herbicide trailer anymore. So I'm gonna just pull this up and then back it into its parking spot here. Start putting this stuff away as we get ready for fall here. Just put him right back here like so. And then we're gonna go ahead and get hooked up to this fertilizer trailer. I've noticed that this header has a tendency to float a bit. I moved it, I straightened it back out some last episode, and it just kind of slid on back over here into the fertilizer trailer. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that, but we probably need to not leave it on this header trailer. We'll probably just store it on the ground at some point. But that is a problem for another machine. I don't think the sprayer's got the capabilities of moving it. And we're not quite close enough, so we're gonna do that. Bada bing. Alright, so we'll be able to fill this up pretty quick here and to go spray this other field. So our sprayer's all filled up. We're going to go ahead and turn this semi off and get this guy over and start spraying the field over here on the corner. It should go really quick. I believe it's the last field that we need to spray. Field 3 still needs to be sprayed. We'll get that big field sprayed with a worker here.
Trying to make up your mind like you need more time. You've already spent most of mine. Even when your words fail, you try to keep it light. You realize I'm done right. You can be honest. I don't appreciate your lies. It's about damn time you get it right. 'Cause I'm up all night and you keep pretending that you'll keep fighting. Save the world when it falls. I'm up all night and you just keep talking. Are you even the slightest worried that I'll move on and walk right here? You always try to find a way out, buying yourself time. I'll make it easier for you and say goodbye. You can be honest. I don't appreciate your lies. It's about damn time you get it right. 'Cause I'm up all night and you keep pretending that you'll keep fighting. Save the world when it falls. I'm up all night and you just keep talking. Are you even the slightest worried that I'll move on and walk right here? Well, I'm out here. 'Cause I'm up all night and you keep pretending that you'll keep fighting. Save the world when it falls. I'm up all night and
Alright, so that went super quick. We are now officially done with all of the fertilizing that we plan to do. And so now I've got to take this guy back up, refill him real quick, and send the worker off to do its thing in field 3. And that's gonna wrap up all of our summer jobs. We are fully fertilized, fully sprayed, and just waiting for harvest from a crops perspective, which is a pretty good spot to be in. We're gonna actually see if I can clean up one of these things the old-fashioned way real quick just to get them out of the yard. And then the rest of these we will pump back into the trailer at our earliest convenience, although it looks like I'm going to be able to use up most of them here real quick just getting this field done. So that'll work out. So let's go ahead and set up course play for this guy. So we're going to bring that up. Course generation. We're in this field here. We only need one headland because this thing has got a giant working area. Should be good enough. And we're going to go ahead and start at the very first waypoint. At the very beginning. Why aren't you doing anything? What have I done wrong? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Fry, of course. Alright, so I think he's gonna be good to go. 1, 2, 3, spraying. Okay. Let's double check his working speed. Nope, he's going. We're just gonna jump in though and double check. Sometimes I forget to crank the speed up on these, but nope, he's good to go. Good deal. Alright, whoa. I'm sure there's nothing hazardous in there. So we need to figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of this stuff. So I have some crops that we're gonna need to sell here at some point. Specifically the soybeans. The rest of this is just the basic starting game materials. Nothing crazy. Silage. We get a lot of silage. We could probably haul a load of that up to the biogas plant and see if that works. Since our cows aren't going to eat it, I'm super curious. So let's jump into the old Minneapolis Moline. Silage is not accepted here. And so we're going to take this load down to the BGA and see what happens trying to sell this stuff at the BGA. So now I'm just super curious to see what works and what doesn't. And we're gonna run out of fuel on this tractor soon. I just noticed we're down to like 1/8 of a tank. I must have left it running at some point. Although it says it's only got 1.7 hours on it, so it just eats fuel. Either way, we're going to give auto drive a fair shot at figuring out where to go. Oh, we got a bag of seed up here too. There's all kinds of goodies going on. So if I look at my cows here, we're getting close. If I remember correctly, I need to get them up over 1,200 pounds to be in the sweet spot for selling them. And so that shouldn't take too long. I'd really love to know where you're going. Really? I don't trust you, auto drive. Tell you what, we're gonna do this ourselves. So we're coming up on the BGA here, and I honestly don't know where I'm supposed to drop this stuff off at. I'm gonna guess that the door here opens up. Ooh, look at that. So fancy. Now, this is set up to drop off in like a rear load style. I am super hoping that I can pull through and my side chute's gonna drop material off into here. Like so. Silage is not accepted here. Okay. That might be legitimate. We're just gonna circle around here. Not seeing any other points, so we're gonna try that, what looked like the liquid drop-off point in the front. I'm just gonna circle around this building and see if I can come around that and attempt to drop it off. But if not, I really think that pit is where it was supposed to get dropped off. Because I'm not getting a trigger. Like, I think this is where I would fill up on digestate. Let's double check the cell thing. Silage, biogas plant. That's where it's supposed to get sold. I'm gonna pull through from the other side and just see if maybe my door gets into a better part of the trigger, but the fact that I'm getting a is not accepted here at least implies that I'm in the trigger. So I'm not sure what's going on here. At this point, I'm almost thinking it's gotta be this trailer that I'm using. So what we're gonna do is run this thing back up to the farm and dump it back into that big bin, and we'll try a different trailer here in a little bit. So back to the farm with you. Alright, so we just gotta clean up these tanks here while we wait for the worker to get done spraying that field. And we've also borrowed a trailer from the neighbor to try and see if we can troubleshoot our silage issues a little bit better. This thing is gonna cause me grief. Hoses, why? You're so cool, but so frustrating at the same time. We get in here, we're gonna just pull this all out. Hopefully this tank fits into the trailer and we can be done. Come on, come on, come on. 93, 94. Yes, alright, we got it. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the truck off here. Alright, so we've got all that. Our moline is back up here by the silo. We've got the silage in here, and silage is not accepted here. I swear I could put this back into the silo. Alright, we're just going to leave him sitting right here for now. And we're just going to double check our worker. The worker's about to run out of fertilizer here in a moment. And we're going to jump down here real quick and just try the BGA one more time and see what's what. I've never played with this Annaberger trailer, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It is not a US brand as far as I know. I've never seen one in the parts of the US that I'm in. Area patrolled by attack goose. That's awesome. I had not seen that sign before, I don't think. Sidetracked. So, yeah, I don't really have a great forage wagon US mod for more modern equipment. So I'm just using this because it is a base game trailer, and now I'm stuck because I didn't do a good enough job of coming in square to the building. I don't know what I'm stuck on, it looks like I should have just a little bit more room than that. Let's see here. Oh, Jiminy. So, let's go ahead and disconnect this. And then see if maybe... Nope, I can't bump it. But maybe now that I'm squared off, when I hook it back up, it'll pull the trailer over a smidge. Boom. Yes. Oh, it did, but not enough. Okay. Wow. Alright. You know, I've seen Clutch Simulations, his catchphrase is worst driver in Farm Sim. I think I could give him a run for his money. Alright, let's see if we can get in here a little bit more squared off now. There we go. And this is giving me an unload trigger. It looks like it's working. So this would mean that it's more likely my silage trailer not working than the cow farm. I thought I'd tried silage at the cow farm before. So the fact that this worked is good. The fact that I'm probably about to get stuck trying to get out of here is not. Oh, nope, I made it. Yay! So this means that I could probably take a load of silage to my cows using this trailer, which is good. And it means that I got a bunch of silage stuck in that other trailer. I wonder if I would have been able to put grass in my bunks now if I'd used the right trailer. That's a good question. 'Cause I don't know that I ever tried a base game trailer when we were doing that. So it might have been that trailer all along, which would be really frustrating. Oh, things that we might need to try. Alright, here. You go back up to the yard. Whoa, what are you doing? I have no idea what you're doing right now. Okay. Calm yourself down there, buddy. And then we're going to do this to jump back over here. And stop driver. You, my friend, need some spray. I'm going to go ahead and fold you up so that you can get up here nice and close to the trailer. And we're going to get you all filled up. First time, look at that. Alright, our sprayer's all filled up. Drop our hose off, hop back in here and get him going again. I wish I trusted Courseplay enough to just drop him back at the edge of the field here and hit start. I don't. So we're going to drive him all the way back out here ourselves. There you go, little buddy. Farewell. Good spraying. And right in time, here comes the 8R ready to get refilled. So we're just going to run him up. We're going to fill him up and send him to the animal farm and give our cows one load of silage since they're nearing completion here. And as one of the commenters on the last video said, it's almost time to fill up the freezer. And so we're going to fill this up. They won't take nearly all of the silage, which will be fine. We'll just drop the remainder off at the BGA on the way back. And the way the BGA works in Farm Sim 19, I'm not going to see any profits from that until midnight rolls around, so I don't know how much I'm going to make actually. I guess I could do math, but math is hard. It was something like $500 a ton, so You know, I think that each load is probably going to be, what's that going to be, 10K or so? A little bit more. So, yeah, we should make 20, 30K off of what we've got here in the couple of loads. And so I'm going to just let him go all the way back over to the animal farm and catch back up with you on that side. Here we are, back up at the cow farm. And I'm super curious if this is going to work. I'm pretty sure it is, which would be awesome. And it looks like our courseplay course is finishing as well. Oh, look at that. I'm actually happy and frustrated at the same time. So if we come in here, look at our animals, we've now got full hay silage here. So I'd expect health to come up a little bit from 67% as time ticks on. And yeah, so all this time wasted, and it because we have a bad trailer, which is interesting. So we're gonna jump back over and turn off courseplay real quick, because there's no sense having him rack up any costs on our end. And I'm trying to think, I didn't put a courseplay course or auto drive course all the way up the road here. I think I've got to take it down to the crossroads to get it to work. And I just want him to head on home here real quick. So I think if I just drive him down to the T, I'll be able to hit the button. And then we're going to go sell this load of silage that we've got in the back of the trailer just because we can. So he's going to go back to the yard. He is going to take his silage down to the BGA. We're back up at the BGA. See if I can make less of a disaster out of pulling in this time. There we go, nice and straight. And boom for unloading. Going in super nicely. So yeah, I feel like I should reset up that silo and try some grass again at the animal farm at some point as well, because I'm wondering, bump the fence, if I just didn't test the scenarios correctly because I made a false assumption that that trailer was working. Oh, I'm gonna really drive me nuts until I know now. So that's something that we're probably gonna look at off camera and see if we have not tested all of our scenarios appropriately. But I think that that's going to wrap up today's episode. And we will get into selling some soybeans, I believe, next episode. We've got some trucking to do. And quite likely also selling off some of the cows. They should be fattened up by then. And so, looking forward to that. And that's all for today. Kedrick, out. Everything's always so dirty. I feel like I could just stand at this pressure washer and wash equipment all day.